It's the DMV. I'm here with another reaction video, and I'm looking at Love Don't Judge. And the thing that stuck out to me was my husband punishes me when I break the rules, okay? I don't want to talk about how I feel about it yet, but it could be a little bit sexy. It depends on what the punishments are. So let's check this out. Let's check the dynamics of the relationship. Is it healthy or is it toxic?
This is Brandy. She fell in love with Lazarus.
We have been together for 15 years.
We're happier than we have ever been.
But this couple's secret to a successful marriage is not what you might expect.
We have been practicing domestic discipline for roughly 10 years.
I think you said you only use your hand. That's not true.
And their choice of lifestyle gets a lot of people riled up.
People can say, oh, you're abusing your wife, I'm calling the cops. We get a lot of the...
Well, domestic discipline when you're taller and bigger than your husband, I think can work. Like, she's taller than him. She seems like she's heavier than him. So if he were to slap her too hard, she could just slap him back.
woman is brainwashed.
I love everything about my wife.
He is very, very loving. Like, he's sensitive and caring and just loving in general.
Loving feelings aside, this pair have a set of strict rules that govern their day-to-day relationship.
We have been practicing domestic discipline for roughly 10 years.
A domestic discipline relationship is a dynamic between two consenting adults where you have a dominant and a submissive. The dominant is usually referred to as the HOH, which is head of household. The submissive is referred to as a sub or a TIH, which means taken in hand. The dominant sets rules and expectations for the submissive to live by, and there are consequences for not following the rules or not meeting those expectations. The 4 Ds are danger, disobedience, disrespect, and
dishonesty. Following up on consequences being broken.
I mean, I was a teacher for a long time, and I think having things like this on the wall are great, but in regards to a relationship, I don't know. And I wonder, with their child, how their child thinks about these dynamics. And okay, disrespect. Life will be so much easier if you learn to control your tongue. A bad attitude will always lead to a punishment. Do I agree or disagree with that statement? I think life is easier when you learn to control your tongue, but more so your tongue, it's your emotions. So you can really act in a way that will benefit you for your future. Number 2, disobedience. There's no point in being disobedient. You will not get your way. You will be punished. I just want to know what the punishments are. Dishonesty, it's too small to read. And then danger. If you fail to look after your health, then your HOH must step in and punish accordingly. All right, okay. Let's see.
Under the 4 Ds, it could be from spanking or writing lines, corner time, or just a stern lecture.
It depends on which rule you broke. They all suck.
I bet. So I asked her to write a line stating that being submissive is important.
It was being submissive is very important. It's a unique quality to have. I will be submissive at all times to my HOH. And I had to write 10 pages worth.
10 pages.
I don't find...
That's not sexy. I imagine this to be way sexier. But writing 10 pages worth, as a teacher, we couldn't even do that in school because they said that was torture. Because I did try it a couple times. Not for them to write 10 pages, but like 1 page front to back. Being quiet.
Find writing lines as demeaning. It's, I guess, just like any other consequence. It's not fun. It's tedious and it sucks, but that's about it.
In addition to set punishments for Brandy's rule breaking, there's also set tasks regarding the division of labour around the home.
Daily household chores would be dishes, cleaning the kitchen, doing the floors, double checking the bathrooms, make sure they don't need to be deep cleaned.
Was this in COVID time because the amount of toilet paper that they stocked up is insane.
That needs to be in the trash can. Dining room table, our bedroom, and usually 2 to 3 loads of laundry. I do all of the cooking unless it's grilling. He does the grilling.
You might be surprised to learn that the idea for this relationship structure didn't come from Lazarus.
When Brandy first brought DD lifestyle to my attention, I felt kind of awkward. I didn't really understand why.
I kept getting a book recommendation for a book called Spank Your Spouse, Avoid Divorce. A lot of it
I guess I need to read this book. I'm open to reading other things just to get different ideas. I think it's especially interesting that she brought it up. So she kind of likes this sort of discipline. And no lie, I kind of like the idea if it was sexier. Give me a sexier punishment.
surprisingly made sense. So I just decided to bring it up to him.
At first, I thought I was hurting my wife, and you know, it's just the mind thing on that part where it feels awkward. But looking into it, I understood why. I have never left a mark, considering like a black and purple bruises or anything like that.
Why do you guys consider this not abusive?
We don't consider it to be abusive. One, because it's consensual. I don't think people consent to being abused. Two, it was my idea, and I had to convince him to do it. There's no long-lasting damage. It hurts for a little while and then it goes away. Okay, domestic discipline and BDSM are different because in BDSM, there's an enjoyment factor. Either you enjoy getting spanked or you enjoy spanking somebody. I don't enjoy being spanked. He doesn't enjoy doing it. There's really not much similarities. It doesn't bother me that he doesn't get the same consequences that I do because our situations are different and our roles are different and it wouldn't work. Well, I just realized I have 827 member requests today. I started the Facebook group with one of my friends who is also in the lifestyle. This was a safe space where people can talk, people can vent without worrying about husbands seeing it. I think most people choose to remain anonymous because they know that they will get judged for what they do. The world sucks when it comes to judging things that they know nothing about. People can say, oh, you're abusing your wife, I'm calling the cops. So we get a lot of the woman is brainwashed and stuff like that.
What the hell was doing this?
I mean, it's only a 6-minute video, but from what I'm seeing, I mean, it works for them. And in regards to relationships, you just gotta do what works for you. And if they like it, she brought up the idea, and that's what's making their marriage last and work, and it seems loving. I mean, again, who am I to judge? Love don't judge. But for myself, if we're going to talk about myself, I would need to get more into it, read more about it, because she doesn't like the punishments. And I mean, I guess that's the whole point of the punishment, but like writing down the stuff on the paper and all of that. But the attractiveness I see to it is some people need discipline. And I know that in my own personal life from other relationships that I've seen, that either it's the guy who needs discipline and the woman can create a structure for them, whether they need help cleaning, whether they need help reaching their goals, and the woman does that for them, or vice versa. And maybe she likes this because it provides her with some structure. She needs to know if she does something wrong, that she just doesn't mentally take care of it for herself. She wants to be punished so she can remember, I guess, not to do it again.
Stop saying hell. Our kids pretty much know everything about domestic discipline. More so than the people who be writing the negative articles about it. Our kids know pretty much all the ins and outs of it. Are you still reading?
Yeah.
Is there even questions at the end of this?
Nope. And I'm 13 years old. I understand quite a bit about domestic discipline. I mean, there may be some things that people find iffy with the rules and how they have set, but I don't think anything is too crazy.
Like they're aware of the lifestyle, but they know it's a choice, and they know it's not something that they need to do unless they just decide it's what they want to do.
I would not have a similar relationship to my parents, as I just don't believe it would suit the type of person that I am.
It's not for.
The girl, she speaks very intelligently for 13. Oh my gosh, she speaks so maturely, and she just knows it doesn't suit the person that she is. And this is the whole point of this. It works for them. And it's cool they're not imposing it on their children or anything like that. But, you know, about the thing where it's like people a lot of the time, if they're not consciously aware, go after what they're used to. So I wonder if she grows up, if she's going to get with a guy and they're going to be in a similar dynamic.
For everybody.
For everybody. That is true.
I think the ends justify the means because we're happier than we have ever been. We get along better than most couples. I don't think we could be happy without it anymore. It is our life, basically. You'd be amazed at how many people actually live this way.
Okay, so we're loving, we're not judging. So for me to really be into this, I would really, 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 really need to know more about, okay, the rules. What does she do to break the rules? Because she's home most of the day. She takes care of the children. She homeschools them. Like if she doesn't get the dishes washed on time, if she disrespects her husband, which disrespect is a thing, if she's in danger, like if she's eating too much bad food, I mean, all of this stuff, and he just kind of keeps her in check. I have heard of this sort of dynamic, and the way it was described to me by a friend was that the HOH, he has your best interest at heart. He knows a lot about you, and he just wants to make sure that you're happy, so he can make sure that he does that by, you know, kind of monitoring you and telling you what to do. Because again, some people need that structure. Some people need to be told what to do. Not everybody is a boss. Not everybody wants to be a CEO. Some people want to be employees. Some people like to be led. So in regards to this woman, I think that's kind of like what it is. And it seems like the husband, he doesn't seem too overbearing. He doesn't seem too much. He doesn't seem like he needs power. So overall, I think it's cool. It works out for them. And personally, for me, knowing my personality, I would like some aspects of it in regards to, you know, making my man feel like a man. I do think that the man should be the head of the household and make the majority of the decisions for the household. But, you know, I'm there kind of like for guidance. And, you know, in regards to my personal life, my career life, and things that I want to do, I want to be able to go to him and talk to him for those things. But of course, I want the respect thing to be mutual. And I want him to just, you know, make me feel loved and my children be taken care of by a strong mental father. So I think it's cool. I don't judge. Anyways, I'm Sadia B. I just reviewed that video, and thanks so much for watching.